Welcome into KSU Nation, the best K-State and Big 12 podcast out there. I'm Stevie B, and I'm Kenny G. No, I'm just kidding. He's not here. He's not here today. It's just me. It's just me. We miss him. Safe travels for him. We're going to talk K-State beating TCU 41-28 at Bill Snyder Family Stadium yesterday. I was there. It was a pretty good crowd to start the game for most of the first quarter, but a lot of students left. A lot of people left early. I don't know if it's because they thought it was hot or because of how the season's gone or what. I don't know. I mean, because a lot of people left before it was even like before K-State was really dominating, which they didn't start doing until like third quarter. But yeah, let's dive right into it. K-State wins a game 41-28 to get to 3-4 on the season. They really look pretty good, especially in the second half. Defensively, they look pretty good as well. I do have some nitpicks on both sides of the ball, and I'm going to get to that here in a little bit. I thought Avery Johnson played good, not great. I thought he struggled early. I thought the whole offense struggled early. I thought Matt Wells struggled early. Surprised we didn't see the Barnett package, honestly, considering the offense was struggling in the first half for a while. But yeah, it was a great win for K-State to get the win, to get the 3-4. It kind of makes the Baylor game really frustrating. K-State should have won that game. There's no reason to lose that game up 2 touchdowns in a fourth quarter with the ball. K-State should have won that game. But, kudos to Chris Kleiman and company for turning the page, moving on to to TCU and winning the game against a pretty formidable opponent. I thought TCU came into the game as a top half team, and I still think they are a top half team. I think Hoover is a good quarterback. I don't think he's as good as people think he is, though, and I watched tape of him going into the game. A lot of his passes are 3 seconds, the ball's out, 3 seconds, the ball's out, which is fine. You want a quick release, all of that. But a lot of his stuff, and if you watch a game, you go back and watch it, if his first option is not open, if his number one target is not open, he's not getting the ball out. He's not getting the ball to the right guy. He's just not. In fact, that's what happened on an interception return from Des Purnell. Let's talk about Des Purnell, baby. Let's talk about Des Purnell. He had 5 tackles, 4 solo, 2 TFLs, tackles for a loss, 1 sack, and 2 interceptions. And one of those interceptions was returned for a touchdown in the third quarter. He played a game of his life, and I was really happy to see that. He's definitely the dog of the game, the defensive player of the game. Had to be. I mean, he's kind of had not the best season. I felt like he played better last year and the year before. I don't know if it's his play, a scheme change. I do not know. He has not played that good of football this year. I don't know if he's dealing with an injury or not, but I'm really happy for him that he was able to have such a great game. He scored a couple of non-offensive touchdowns for K-State in his career, which is pretty crazy considering he doesn't even play, offense. To see him score a couple touchdowns is pretty cool. Speaking of touchdowns on defense, Wesley Fair gets a fumble recovery. It was a backwards pass or a lateral pass. At worst, it was a lateral. I do think it was probably backwards, probably by a foot. They did review it, upheld it. He picked it up. Shout out to him for being in the right place at the right time and seeing that they didn't blow their whistle, picking it up, running it in for a touchdown. Again, that was another pass by Hoover, who had 3 turnovers in the game. He was not great in the game, and K-State took advantage. Now, TCU still ended up with 448 yards in the game. They had 28 points. That is not good enough for K-State's defense. It is not good enough. It was good enough in this game because they got a couple turnovers, all of that. But, man, K-State's defense still has a ton of issues. I don't know what Klanderman was thinking, bringing the house on 3rd and 11, and they ended up scoring on that drive. They're leaving an area wide open, and a guy catches it, runs 20 yards. I don't know what they were doing. I do not know what they were doing. But, like I said, happy that K-State got the win. They look pretty, they look, in control of the game for the most part. I do think I think TCU went up 7-0 early. I have to pull it up here real quick. They went up 7-0 in the second quarter. It took K-State 27 minutes to figure out TCU's defense, which went into the game in the 100s in pass defense, which, I mean, for Avery Johnson to have less than 200 passing yards, it's not good. And I don't know if it was him, the play calling. I do think it probably was him for a large majority of the first half, but he came out in the second half, threw a couple touchdowns. Shout out to Garrett Oakley. Another shout out here. Almost getting player of the game. Homeboy had 4 catches for 71 yards and 2 touchdowns. Broke the school record for touchdowns by a tight end. It's pretty awesome. One of those was definitely like a tough catch. Good throw by Avery. He was right there. He made the catch, went into the end zone, got a couple of really nice touchdown celebrations for sure. And then we have to talk about the player of the game, in my opinion, the cat of the game, the cat offensive player of the game, Joe Jackson, 27 carries, 110 yards. He also added 2 catches for 3 yards. So 29 total touches, 113 total yards. Now, he did not get an end zone, but still, K-State really started to wear down TCU's defense in the second half. They played a lot better in the offensive line, though I do feel like John Pastore played one of his worst games as a K-State Wildcat, whether it was from pass blocking, which he gave up a sack, he had a penalty or 2. K-State really struggled to run the ball early, but late in the game, when K-State's trying to put the game away, they were able to do that. K-State ended with 149 rushing yards, only 3.5 yards per carry. They ran the ball 43 times. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, it was good enough. It was good enough. K-State still has another gear that they need to go to if they want to be the team that they wanted. Because let's be honest. K-State is not out of it yet. Had they beaten Baylor, I'd feel 1,000 times better than I do right now. K-State's 3-4. They should be 4-3. They're not. Every game matters. There's my co-host. Kitty, what up, dude? Yeah, Des Purnell, defensive player of the game, dog of the game, 5 tackles, a couple TFLs, a sack, interception return for a touchdown. What up, dude? I mean, he should be defensive player, national player of the week, national defensive player of the week, in my opinion. Yeah. TCU 1 for 4 on 4th downs, and one of them they ended up giving up a touchdown. Okay. I think TCU only punted 1 time. Let me look at this drive chart here. I have a drive chart that I saved that I was going to send to Kenny, but he was at a thing, so I didn't want to bother him. Okay. Let me see if I can airdrop this and show this to you guys, so you guys aren't thinking that you'd like to see it. Okay. I'll pull it up. This computer's weird about stuff. We'll put it in here and we'll talk about it. It was a really weird drive chart for TCU's offense. K-State's defense played good. Like I said, not great. Klanderman still has a ways to go, in my opinion. Now, the 3 turnovers were good. But they forced a 3 and out to start the game. The turn them over on downs on the second drive. They honestly, they looked pretty good. They went away from the run, TCU did, and I did not understand it at all because Kavorian Barnes was looking pretty good. I don't know how many times they threw the ball. What was it? I guess I could show you. 47 times, which, by the way, I got home. My wife's like, why was the game taking forever? Well, when you pass the ball that much, had that many incompletions, it's going to stop the clock that many times. It was a 4-hour game, guys. It was a 4-hour game. Okay. Then they scored a touchdown. Then they had that backwards pass that was picked up by Wesley Fair and ran back for a touchdown, which that was hilarious that he got a penalty by throwing the football into the crowd. Pretty funny. Then K-State forced a punt. Turn them over on downs again. Then they had an interception returned for a touchdown. Then they punted. And then they had a touchdown, another interception by Des Purnell, turnover on downs, and another touchdown. So, I mean, if you look at their first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drives, they scored 1 touchdown in their first 8 drives. K-State did change their defense in the second half when it had that nice lead, but still 28 points is too much, 448 yards, is too much. 376 passing yards is too much. I felt like Zayshawn Rich got burned quite a bit. It's not a huge knock on him because Eric McAllister is going to go to the NFL. I do not personally think that Zayshawn Rich is going to go to the NFL, so it's not a huge deal like for him, but it does suck for K-State. I mean, Gunnar Maldonado should not let any receiver get behind him, and he got burned multiple times for big touchdowns late in the game. But K-State did enough to win the game. K-State did enough to win a game. I am happy. I'm happy. Very happy. K-State got the win. I mean, they were up 3 touchdowns with 10 minutes left in the game against TCU. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you couldn't be happy right now. I don't know how you couldn't be happy. We're going to have another video coming out soon. This was just a quick recap. I thought K-State looked good. They need to go into bye week, get more healthy. At some point, George Fitzpatrick has got to come back, right? Unless they're deciding to redshirt him. Jace Brown is not 100%. Dylan Edwards didn't play in a game. I saw him on the sidelines with a boot. Got a week to get healthy and then going into the KU game. So really 2 weeks before your next game. Man, imagine going into the KU game with everyone healthy. Imagine, because KU also has a bye week going into the K-State game. K-State needs to make it 17 in a row, but we have a whole nother week to think about that. To celebrate this win, all that. We're going to have another video coming out here sometime soon of our Big 12 power rankings. I'm Stevie B. This is KSU Nation. Thanks everyone for watching. And as always, go Big 12 and go Cats, baby.